Hi, you guys. Welcome to today's YouTube video. Let me make sure everything is hooked up. I tried to join on my phone for you guys because it's a better stream, but I couldn't. So I'm on my computer. I hope the quality is okay. Hey, Stephanie, welcome. So today, you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the place where we talk about all things petite women's health, right? And fitness and nutrition, all the things. And today I am doing that. I have a bunch of questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. So we'll go through those. And then also personal updates. There's been a lot happening this week. For any of you guys who follow me on Instagram, I moved to Austin. There's all these things happening. So we'll talk a little bit about that, answer any questions you guys have. And if you're here and you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is April. In case you don't know me, I am a certified personal trainer and certified nutritionist. I'm a former pro athlete, and I started Petite Power about 5 years ago to support my fellow petite women. So if you're here and you're not new, welcome back. What's up? Give this video a like to support my channel and our community, and we're gonna dive in. And I can see there's a bunch of you guys already here. Say hi in the chat. It's so much more fun when I can see names and faces and I know who you are. I can interact. I can also answer any questions you guys have live. So as we're going through this, obviously ask questions you have, and I'll also look at the ones that you guys asked on Instagram. Okay, so hi, Chrissy, welcome. Stephanie had a question to kick us off. So I'm gonna start with hers and then I'll go back to my IG questions. So Stephanie, hi, welcome. She asked, would love to know your favorite store to shop for petites. I struggle because I'm petite and curvy. Yeah, if you're asking about fitness wear, Stephanie, I personally love more of the like lifters types of clothing companies like Women's Best and Gymshark, because they're made for women who have muscle, you know, like who hip thrust and stuff, like you and me probably. So they have really good form fitting stuff. In terms of like just regular clothes, you guys know fashion isn't like my main thing, but I like the places I go. I'd say most recently I've been shopping a lot at Aritzia. Some of their stuff doesn't fit, but a lot of it does, and it's just, I think it's good quality. I like how it fits petite women, and they have really small sizes. So I would check them out. Honestly, I haven't been doing a lot of shopping lately. I've been trying to be more sustainable. I started using Rent the Runway, and just rotating things in my closet more. I'm trying to think of what other petite companies I shop, not petite clothing, but I'd say Aritzia and Urban Outfitters is also another place where I will shop pretty often and find like one or two pieces every now and then. But especially at Aritzia, they have some great bottoms, like dresses, bottoms that seem to fit really well. So I would check those out. Hey, Michaela, welcome from Chile. That's amazing. We always have such an awesome international community on these things, and I love seeing where you guys are from. Okay, so I'm going to dive into some of the questions I got here. There were a lot, so I can't promise we'll get through all of them, but get through some of them. Hey, Letitia from the Netherlands. Yep, we got everybody here. So I had a really good question. I think a lot of you guys will like, or it will apply to a lot of you. Brits asked tips for determining if you should body recomp or cut. So I think it's a great question for petite women, because any of you guys who have been here for a long time know that I do not believe in strict diets for petite women. Now, if you want to go real deep into this, my channel is like a gold mine, if I do say so myself, for why you should not diet very, like, I'd say severe cuts, like really sharp cutting phases. There's a lot of videos like that on my channel. In general, I really, really believe, and I've seen it with the thousands of women in our community who have come through our programs, that going for the body recomposition route is it yields so much better results in the long term. So let's talk about what a body recomp is. So first of all, when you go for a body recomp as a petite, that's when you focus on losing fat and building muscle at the same time. When you go on a cut as a petite, you're mostly focusing on, severely cutting your calories out to lose fat. Here's the problem when you do a strict cut as a petite. You end up, first of all, going really low in calories, and we petite women already don't eat enough. So you're severely hurting your metabolism. You're also going to lose fat, but also you're going to lose muscle, and you're going to lose probably a lot more muscle than fat. This, by the way, is what leads to the skinny fat phenomenon. If you guys have ever like done a diet or one of those like challenges and the scale went down, but you felt like you looked in the mirror and you're like, well, I still have this body fat. I still have like a pooch. I don't feel like I got more toned from this. That's because you probably lost some muscle tone, which is why the scale went down, but you didn't lose much fat. So you end up not with the body composition you want. You don't end up looking like toned and fit and in shape. You end up looking skinny fat. So this is so common for petite women, by the way. You can let me know in the chat if it's something you've experienced. I can talk about this for hours. The way to avoid skinny fat as a petite is to go the body recomp route, which yes, it is going to take a little bit longer. 3 months, you can achieve a body recomp, 6 months, even better. When you go for a body recomp, you're going to focus on keeping your calories the same, improving your diet rather than decreasing the number of calories in your diet. And you're going to lift weights and you're going to have very moderate cardio. So you're not looking at restriction. You're not looking at like totally taking away calories. You're actually going to eat more protein. You're going to focus on building some muscle. And once you add a little bit more lean body mass, muscle to your body composition as petite, you're going to increase your metabolism and then you're going to be able to start burning more fat at rest. This is why women in our community who follow the Petite Power Method see such incredible long-term results. I know it's like it takes longer, so it's harder to wrap your head around. It's a mindset change. But once you get it, it clicks and you are able to lose fat sustainably until you reach your goal without having to change that much. You don't have to do more cardio. You do not have to diet. It's literally the best solution I have seen for petite women. It's super tailored to the petite body type since we can't just take away calories. And it leads to better health in the long run, which is what we ultimately want, right? We want to feel healthy in our bodies and strong. We also want to look good. We want our clothes to fit well. We want to feel like we have a good relationship with food. And by the way, if any of this is something that you really want to do, we are running our monthly 12-week transformation program for petites. It's kicking off July 11th, and you can join that today. So we're enrolling right now. I'll put the link is actually already in the description, but it's just petitepower.com and then click the premium tab. Petite Power Premium, you get registered dietitian, you get coaching, you get literally everything you need to succeed in that 12-week time period, lots of accountability and support, access to our app. Anyways, we kick off next Monday. So if you're like, I am sick of trying to do this by myself, go check that out. You will not be sorry. So I hope that kind of answers that question, tips for determining if you should cut or body recomp. If you're a petite woman and you've already tried diets in the past and they haven't worked, go for the body recomp. That is my advice. Chrissy, you had a question. You said, do you offer Zoom sessions? I don't want to go into the gym because I have a home gym, but I like the accountability of a live session. So Chrissy, yeah, we do. In our app, we have lots of live sessions. The app itself is pre-recorded workouts, so you won't be live with me. But on top of that, we do live community events 2 to 3 times a month. So we do, if you join our membership, it's just a monthly membership, different than what I was just talking about. You can also check it out at petitepower.com, but it's really great for community and support and accountability for sure. And it also just like gives you all the workouts. So that's a great resource if you're looking for something like that. Oh yeah, Letitia said she had the same question about the body recomp. Let's see. Savannah asked, how do I shake the thought in the back of my head that I need to lose weight / be thin? Oh, I like this. A good mindset question. I am healthy / naturally strong. I'm 4'11", 107 pounds because I'm short. I feel like I look bigger than I am. Yeah, one of the main things, you guys can tell me in the comments and chat if this resonates with you. One of the biggest frustrations about being short, right, is that a few pounds can look so much more on our shorter and smaller frames than on our taller friends. Like our taller friends can gain 5 pounds and it doesn't even look like anything has changed, like nothing noticeable. But if we are to gain 5 pounds, that is a lot of weight on our frame. So we have to be a little bit more dialed into what works for us, what our needs are, how to be eating and, not dieting, but how to actually just have fueling, healthy nutrition, really understand our bodies so that we feel in control. We're not always on this like mental roller coaster of like gaining and losing and not feeling confident in our clothes. So to your point, Chrissy, or no, this was Savannah. I think a lot of getting out of like the wanting to be thin mentality comes from just like what you consume. I know that it's making a resurgence. Actually, I was thinking of making a video on just body trends. If this is interesting to you, let me know. And maybe it's in my like drafts for videos to make for you guys. But obviously thin is it's a term and a trend that I feel like I'm starting to see come back into the media, and I don't like it. If you guys want to talk more about that, it's something that is pretty important, especially as we're navigating, the goal being like feeling strong and powerful in your body and not focused on like trying to make your body fit a trend every 10 years, right? Because that is not what our body should be doing. We should be really just trying to be the best versions of ourselves, the best version of you, and not some like perfect body type that whatever fashion or media or celebrity is dictating as like the new thing. So I think part of it, Savannah, is like, what are you consuming? Like, are you following certain people on social media or watching certain shows that you feel like make you feel bad about your body? Or I know if I look at too much of, I don't know, I would say any celebrity, honestly, if I follow them too much, get really involved in the drama, the tea, depending on like what it's about, like the Kardashians talk a lot about their bodies, right? They get a lot of body modifications and whatnot. That doesn't feel healthy for me. Like I can appreciate what they do, but if I get too sucked in, I notice it has a negative effect on my mental health. So I think consumption is the first part. The second part is really just getting clear on and remembering your why and what you want to feel and look like in your body, because we're all different. We all have different genetics. We all have different starting points. And so remembering that the focus is on building the most powerful you, the best version of you, versus you can't be someone else. That's also going to really help you feel like you can be excited about working on, staying in your own lane, staying really focused on your own vision for yourself. But to your point, Savannah, it is hard. Like it is not easy work. We all have to do it. And I feel like us women are really faced with it a lot. So props to you for doing that work. It is not easy. Okay, let's see. These are good questions. So from AD, she says, I'm 4,964, been weightlifting a year, and as much as I need to lose the weight, I can't seem to get past the food aspect, gained muscle and lost a pant size, but I'm frustrated, lost motivation. So a lot of this, I don't know if any of you guys were in our 7-day free challenge that we just hosted, but a lot of this talk about motivation comes from this idea like that, oh, we need to like be motivated all the time. When really you're going to end up, if you have a long-term weight loss goal, you're going to end up needing to build healthy habits and just be consistent on a daily basis in order to reach your goal, which means, and we talked a lot about this during the free challenge, was just like, what do you do on those days when you don't have motivation? Because I'll say for me, and you guys know, I've been working out my whole life. Most of the days I don't feel like working out. Like I don't wake up and be like, I want to go to the gym. I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to the gym because that's what I do. It's more of like an identity statement or a habit or a ritual. And I know that the benefits come later, not before or now. So part of building that up that habit is staying consistent and also recognizing that, setting that expectation for yourself, AD, that you're not gonna have motivation some days, but if you want to reach your goals, you're gonna need to show up in some small way every day. And that's why having accountability and support is so, so, so important. So if you need accountability or support with that, let us know. We have so much support available, from free, obviously free stuff, through our like most premium programs. So it's hard, but you can do it. Prove to yourself you can show up in some small way every day, and you're taking the right steps towards, not relying on motivation anymore and really building that self-efficacy, building that habit of doing what you need to do every day, making those little small strides. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you also mentioned, AD, that you struggle with anxiety, which compounds all of the frustrations, which is very true. I think one of the most interesting things I've seen in coaching literally thousands of women over the last 5 years or more, actually, is just how big of a role mindset plays in your weight loss goals and your fat loss goals. Because a lot of times we think, oh, you just need to eat this, just need to do this exercise, and like, boom, it's done. In reality, like anxiety is playing a role, sleep is playing a role, hormones are playing a role, your body type is playing a role, being petite, confidence levels, all these things are playing a role. And so it's really important to control the controllables, take a step back. Maybe if you're, struggling with anxiety, or you feel like your mental health is not there right now, maybe it's time to, put pause on your fitness goals and work on just the things that you need to work on to start feeling good from the inside first. That could involve some, fitness things like going on walks or whatever, but really starting from the inside and working out is a really good way to make sure you're checking in with your mental health as you're going through it. There's also a lot of free sources for mental health out there. I wish I knew them off the top of my head right now. I know that's not helpful, but seek help there's a lot of help out there, and nobody should do this alone. So I encourage you to really seek out those resources and know that you can get through it, and you can start to work and improve and get towards those goals you have. Also, major congrats on getting as far as you have already. You've already achieved a lot. Just got to keep going. Shannon said, yes, mindset is such a huge aspect. Also, Shannon, hi from the community. Shannon said, I struggle with anxiety too, so this was super helpful. Yeah, the anxiety is something that we should probably talk about more on this channel. I honestly haven't talked about it too much, but mindset is just key to any type of fitness goal you have. You're not going to be able to sustain the goal without the right mindset. That's why the 3 pillars in our basically in our method is fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And if you don't have the mindset, the other 2 pillars, it's like a stool. Like a stool with 2 legs is going to fall over. So really making sure that it's okay to work on those parts of your life will make a huge difference in taking the time to invest in yourself and invest in them. Okay. Oh, this is a great question too. Yeah, no problem, AD. Chrissy said, I work from home. I don't get a lot of walking other than my workout session. Can you provide some small ways I can incorporate more movement? I don't feel safe going on walks due to anxiety. So this is a great question because a lot of people underestimate the power of NEAT, and NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Your NEAT is one of the ways your body burns calories throughout the day, and it's a very important one for your metabolism. NEAT is like you basically, NEAT would be like fidgeting. It would be like when you just like stand up and walk around, or like your body will literally just burn more calories. If say you eat a big breakfast, you will literally, there's a lot of studies that show this, you'll literally end up just kind of offsetting that by fidgeting, by like getting up and moving around. You won't even notice because your body has these amazing things in your brain that try to keep equilibrium at all times. One of the ways you can really ride on this, Chrissy, is to be able to just like get up a little bit more often. In fact, a lot of studies show that like rather than doing one really long workout in the morning, it's actually more beneficial to get up just for like a few seconds every 45 minutes and do like you could just stand up, walk to the fridge, and walk back to your seat, and that would be very beneficial. So I think just if you can stand at your desk a little bit, get like stand, prop up your computer or whatever, doing more walking around your house, taking calls while you're walking. What else? I would say like if you don't want to go outside for walks, is there anything you can do in your house? Like during COVID, I got really into dance cardio. Obviously, I was still lifting weights, but dance cardio, you can do it in the privacy of your house. Nobody's looking at you. Wouldn't want to do dance cardio anywhere else, to be honest. Pretty embarrassing thing to witness. So get creative, but try to either just make it casual, like you're just moving around a bit more, or if you can't make it casual because you really need to be sitting, make it fun, like dance cardio. Make it fun somehow. Like that's going to be different for everyone, but whatever is fun for you will help a lot. Okay. Wow, swag carpeting. That's an interesting name. Said, I've been doing a body recomp for the past 2 months and have lost 8 pounds. Yes. Eating at my maintenance calories with a balanced macro ratio. Do you think what I've lost is just fat or muscle as well, plus water weight? Well, first of all, congratulations. It sounds like you've been following basically our method, which is really effective when it's done right. So you've been doing a great job. In terms of the weight you lost, 8 pounds in 2 months is a very sustainable rate of fat loss or weight loss. You lost 1 pound per week. That is absolutely the goal. That's on average what our clients lose per week when they follow our guidelines. So at that rate, because it's a healthy rate of weight loss, you're pretty much most likely, depending on how much protein you got at the time, I don't know what you were eating, but you've probably maximized the amount of muscle you could retain. And during that time, and also I should say minimize the number of muscle you lost and maximize the amount of fat you lost, because you did it at a slow, good rate of weight loss. And like I said, I don't know what your diet was, but if you were eating, over 100 grams of protein a day, somewhere around there, you probably maintained a good amount of muscle mass. You probably lost a very, very small amount. It's really hard to lose any weight and have 100% muscle retention. It's just not possible. But you probably mostly lost fat, and you can check on that with the DEXA scan. You can do fat calipers, you can do progress photos, you can do measurements. There's a lot of ways, or just how you feel, how your clothes feel. All that matters is that if you feel better, and you're excited about your goal, that's the most important thing here, right? The metrics are just tools. They're not like the end all be all. Chrissy said, I do love dance. Didn't think you would count that as exercise. Oh yeah, totally. I don't know if you guys have tried 305 Fitness. I definitely That's my guilty pleasure. Or, oh, there's a YouTube channel. You guys can check them out. They're really cool twins. It's called And 8, like and the number 8 fitness. They have great dance cardio. There's a lot. If you just Google it too on YouTube, there's obviously so many dance workouts that I just find very fun and just like good for reducing anxiety or whatever. Okay, let's see. We have like a few minutes left. I have so many questions I didn't get into in here already. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys asked how the move went to Austin. So I moved here. I moved from New York City I was in Brooklyn to Austin on last Friday. Went from New York to a wedding in Indianapolis, then to Austin. So it was a roundabout way to get here. And I'm not in my house yet. This is just a place I'm staying, but I will be in my house hopefully in the next few weeks. My window of delivery is really, I don't know if any of you guys have done a cross country move, but they literally told me it will be here, but listen to this, between 5 and 25 days. So it's like quite the window, like the waiting game. Yeah, those are the biggest updates I have. Some of you guys asked how Sesame was doing. He's actually sleeping on a chair over there and he made it here. My sister and her fiance brought him down for me because I had to go to that wedding. But yeah, things are good. And you guys will see, I already feel a huge warm welcome from the community and from you guys who are from Texas already. But you guys are going to see like a change in the content. Definitely going to be like way more outdoor content, way more outdoor adventure, more fitness activity in general. And now that I'm in a city that supports more of my lifestyle, that was pretty much the reason why I moved here. And if you wanted to get more into the nitty gritty of like why I moved here, I made a separate video on that. You can go and watch that. It's on my channel. Thanks, Branda. Okay, getting back to some questions you guys had. Oh, Kelly just joined. That's amazing. Welcome, Kelly. She said, I just joined, but if I want to work 3 legs 3 days a week, do I do the same exercise each day? Lunges, deadlifts, hip thrusts, for example, all 3 days. There's lots of different ways to do programming. So the correct answer is there is no right answer, but to give you a very simple version, if you want to work out your legs 3 days a week, here's what I would suggest. Do a quad centric day. That's the front of your body, anterior. Then do a hamstring centric day. That's a posterior day. So it'd be like hamstrings and glutes. And then your third day can be just glutes only. So on your quad day, you would do emphasis on squat motions. So you could do Bulgarian squats, Smith machine squat. You could do goblet squats. You could do walking lunges. You could do lateral lunges. You get the idea. You could do leg extensions. On your hamstring posterior chain day, you would focus on leg curls, deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts. You could do hip thrusts, single leg hip thrusts, stuff like that. And then on your glute day, you're going to want to really load the hip thrust, go heavy on hip thrust. You can do, let's see what else, lots of activations, kickbacks, cable kicks, kickbacks, focusing on the glutes. So that would be a good way to hit them and have them be separated by 3 days. Sarah said, how important are diet breaks and how often should you take them? I'm trying to lose 20 kg and do CrossFit 4 times a week, but wasn't losing, so cut my calories a bit more. So Sarah, I don't know if you saw the beginning of this video, but essentially, if you're dieting, you need to definitely, and when I say diet, I mean like really eating in a caloric deficit. You really should at the end of, it depends how long your cut is. Say you do a 3-month-long cut, you really need to reverse your calories back up to your maintenance after you finish a cut, or else you end up stuck at a really low amount of calories, low amount of food, and your results plateau. So it's not really about, you shouldn't be in a cut your whole life. I know a lot of us can feel like we're literally just dieting our whole lives. At some point, if that feels like that's you, or you've been on a diet for a long time, it might be a good idea for you to start to reverse diet, meaning slowly add in more calories back into your diet very slowly, continue exercising, so you can increase your metabolism again and get back to a healthy baseline. And from there, you could do another cut. But again, you don't want to be like yo-yoing all over the place. You don't want to do more than I would say, honestly, like 1 cut per year. I wouldn't. It's just a lot on the body, depending on how severe you get. But yeah, I hope that helps. No problem. Kelly. Oh, that was for Sarah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm just reading your comments now. You guys are crushing it. Wow. Chrissy said, "I'd love to see how you make new friends in a new environment. I moved from home, but since I don't go out, I don't know how to meet people." LOL. Yeah, I'd say Chrissy. So you guys probably know I don't really. I mean, I guess I go through phases. I don't drink alcohol that much. Like I will have a cocktail with dinner, but I'm not going to go to bars. That's not how I meet people. And I don't know yet. I'm going to definitely take you guys along the journey. But so far, I knew only two people moving here, and I've already met a bunch just through friends. I asked like all my friends to introduce me to people that they knew here. And I think just being open, right? Like I'm going to go to fitness classes I wouldn't normally go to. I'm going to introduce myself at the gyms. Go places. I think you should go places where you feel most comfortable or you feel like you would connect with people over things. Like I would feel very comfortable, obviously, with my background walking into a gym and meeting the staff and like becoming friends with them. But that wouldn't be your comfort zone probably. So I think thinking about like where would you meet people who have things in common? That's my first strategy is I'm going to do that. I might join a social club. And then I'm just going to try to be a yes woman for a while, just like saying yes to invitations, new experiences. Let me know where you're moving, by the way, if you want. But yeah, it's a fun adventure, right? It's like a new opportunity to make some new friends. Okay, we have time for one more question, you guys, because I don't want this to be too long. Lindsay recommended Grow with Joe Dance. I haven't tried those, so that might be another dance one to try out. Okay, we'll do one more. I'm gonna look in here for the goods, and we'll see. It's a lot of breath, you guys. I feel like when I do these, I don't stop talking. Oh, should we do like rapid fire on these? Let's try just like a speed round. Okay, Melissa asked, best vitamin brand. I personally like Now Foods, not sponsored. I think they're very reliable. And I have a friend who works in the vitamin industry who vets them. So I would say I like Now Foods. I get a lot of my vitamins from them. Someone asked, does your nutrition plan work with things like IBS and Hashimoto's? Yes. So we have registered dietitians, they're board certified, they're medical professionals. So they will definitely be able to take that into account. We have definitely worked with clients that have IBS and Hashimoto's and seen great success. Oftentimes, nutrition is one of the best things that you can control when it comes to inflammatory disease, both of those being of that nature, or just in general, like regulating. So we do not actively treat any medical issues. You should be cleared for exercise by your doctors, but we can take those things into account when going through your consultation, things like that, PCOS, breastfeeding, whatever's going on. That's definitely stuff that will play a role in your nutrition and your dietitians will absolutely take into account. We got some heavy political ones. You guys always ask a load of questions. All right, I'm going to avoid that for now. We have someone asked how the new place is. I'm not in it yet, but soon. How many times a week do you do strength training? I mean, it's been really inconsistent, honestly, in the last week and a half, but I try to aim for 4 to 5 days a week. And that does it for me. I'm seeing a couple injury questions from Robert Culling. Basically, if you have an injury, you said, should you skip? Or it says just skip working out back injured area or better train again after a break for muscle support. I feel that asking, working with a PT, a physical therapist, and making sure you're cleared for exercise is the first thing. And then the biggest mistake people make coming back from injury is they lift too heavy too soon. So just making sure you ease back into it, go way easier than what you know you're capable of doing, and spend some time there. It's boring. That's why people get injured, but it's the best way to get back into it, and just making sure you're working with a professional on it. Listen to your body, Someone asked if the exercises in Petite Power Premium are friendly with bad joints or knees. So we have modifications for everything in case that's something that you're concerned about. So you can do it like, for example, if there's a lunge or a burpee or something, you don't have to do the jump, right? You can step. So it's about listening to your body and making modifications. But our app has a really nice toggle button that like shows modifications. You can just like tap it and swap it out for another exercise. So it's very adjustable to like wherever your fitness level's at. Someone asked if I've ever been injured because of working out. Absolutely. I've had so many injuries in my days, not from working out, mostly from athletics and sports, but then also, yeah, I've done stupid things in the gym. a lot of times, or most of them will be like overuse injuries. Not so much anymore. The past 2 years, I say I've been really good. I've been injury free for a few years, but I do a lot of boring exercises that nobody wants to do, like a lot of prehab, preventative stuff, a lot of stretching. I stretch after every workout. I do dynamic warm ups before every workout. So it really comes down to prevention. But of course, I've suffered many, many injuries in my career. I won't even get into it, but thankfully I'm fine. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it there. We're hitting about 30-minute mark. Thank you guys so much for coming live. It's been so fun having you. I'll post this on the channel so you can go and watch it back. And I would love to hear in the comments just any questions I didn't get to. I will reply myself. So drop some questions in the comment section. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed this Q&A. I thought it would be just nice to check in with you guys and do more of like just a live thing. We haven't done one on this channel in a while. And like I said, we are kicking off the July 11th session of Petite Power Premium on Sunday. We have orientation. You can still join that. Go check it out, petitepower.com. We would love to have you. The summer session is so fun. It runs through September, and it's just a really exciting time to work on your body. It's, better now. There's never any other better time than now. All right, Shannon, thank you. Bye, AD. Bye, Chrissy. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys soon.